of course.
Yeah, the last life for these two teams. If you fall here, your dream for BlizzCon, your dream for this event is over. And wow, the draft is actually well underway. These teams have been waiting for quite a while, and they're just ready to get going.
Yes, they are. All right, so let's go through our bans to start things off. We're already seeing Abathur coming out against from Pirates of Pyjamas against Team Liquid. Not too many surprises there. Cursed Hollow, we see Team Liquid using that a lot. And then Zeratul over on the other side from Team Liquid. Not trying to kind of eliminate any kind of, craziness and randomness out of them, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, well, Team Liquid well known for using heroes like Lost Vikings and Abathur. So I love the Abathur ban here, just respecting their power with that hero. But it is now time for the second ban phase already, and what is Team Liquid worried about? No supports have been picked up here. Support locking doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I mean, the last thing that they want, I think, yeah, if they go down the path of getting rid of some kind of damage would be nice for them. And then on the other side, Pirates in Pyjamas can easily focus their ban on towards a warrior. Fantastic stuff in that regard. It's always weird when you jump into a draft this late. There's so much to think about with what's already there, what's been banned out to start off, of course.
I guess my big question for you is, do you think Pirates in Pyjamas are afraid enough of Team Liquid running Vikings?
They definitely could be, yeah. Obviously, banning out Abathur, it eliminates the potential of them doing something like lane soaking. Vikings can still be prevalent on a map like Cursed Hollow for Team Liquid.
For sure.
So, yeah, as much as I would have liked to have said, yeah, cool, against a normal team, get rid of that warrior like I mentioned. Against Team Liquid, you are totally right. There is always that scary beast of the trio sneaking on in.
They just love their split soak. They prioritize it so frequently, it seems. But I do like the Nazebo ban, because that's, you said remove 1 damage.
Yeah.
They might want to prioritize someone like Vala for that next pickup. And that's something Pirates and Pyjamas definitely have to think about here. Do they want to, focus and get rid of Vikings, or someone like Vala? It's going to be Illidan.
Ooh. All right, then. Well, they've already got the Uther to hand, I suppose. So that's definitely something that they might be worried about. But
I mean, Black Scorp is really known for the Illidan and Zeratul. Those two heroes both being banned out here makes perfect sense. So TL, they could go for the Vikings. They could go for Vala. They definitely need to get a warrior now.
Yeah, it would always be nice too. And it will be Johanna, pretty much the go-to considering what we see at the moment. I mean, what else is there really available? Yeah, there's Arthas later on if they really want that or something. But what does this end up becoming? It could be Vikings unless they wanted to leave that till later. Of course, it's not a foregone conclusion that they would go for that in any way, shape, or form. But we have seen, them being able to run it in the past on a map quite like this, where you can just send 4 to those tributes, fight, and allow the Vikings to sit around on lane.
Okay, but no, they're going for Raynor, the Warrior Slayer. I mean, we've seen a lot of Raynor play today, but I'm not too sure how high his win rate has been, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's not done too well for himself, unfortunately, throughout the day. And now we're seeing PiP here trying to deliberate what they really want to go for. They've still got some damage. They really want to go to a damage dealer first. I mean, of course, it's their last 2 picks anyway, so whichever healer you want to go in this instance.
I'm pretty sure they have the best jerseys in this entire tournament.
Did they just draw on them?
They're totally homemade.
Actually a thing? I can't believe it, but there you go. I think there was other people in other games that have done similar.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Reminds me of my days in the fighting game community.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it. So beautiful. Oh. I wonder how consistent each shirt is.
Probably not in the slightest.
All right.
I saw a hook on one of the backs. I was like, that's a really shoddy hook right there. But there you go.
We'll have to critique their designer. Well, Pirates in Pyjamas, they're going for Falstad. Now, we saw this in the first match today. They actually tried this versus Na'Vi, I believe it was. And honestly, the Leoric Falstad into Mighty Gus combo is quite interesting. But it only really worked once.
Yes, it did only work once. You're totally right. The thing is about Entomb, I suppose, on the counter to what we saw from Na'Vi with Lamb to the Slaughter. Lamb to the Slaughter is probably a little bit easier to hit on someone if you plant it right on the middle of them as opposed to Entomb, which takes a little bit of accuracy, but you have to be right next to them when you actually try and land that, right? So,
if you do manage to land it, though, I mean, the power of Kael'thas just raining down on you, so much splash damage, quite strong. Question is, can they do it? And they go for Rhaegar for their support.
All right, so that leaves one last pick up to Team Liquid here. Now, I would imagine in the current usual meta of Europe, it would be a second warrior. But you never know with Team Liquid.
Yeah, they don't like to play by the rules. They definitely make their own style. And actually, I think more and more teams globally are starting to do that. Just kind of really define themselves as to how they want to approach the game, and they do go for the double warrior. So they're conforming to the Europe standards.
All right, fantastic stuff. So that was our draft here for this elimination match. And looking at how these shape up, it will be very interesting to see if Pirates and Pyjamas can execute what they've already shown us during this tournament so far. With that end team coming down, with the Mighty Ghost, it's almost a foregone conclusion for them now that Mighty Ghost is going to be the choice. And in fact, I don't think in all of our Falstad play during the day we've seen a single Hinterlands Blast. It's always been Mighty Ghost, Mighty Ghost, Mighty Ghost.
What a world we live in, Calaris.
It's a windy world.
It is.
All right, well, and the Team Liquid on the other hand here, Jake, I mean, with them having such a reputation, obviously, I mean, you predominantly coming from the NA scene, I think, you know, the reputation of them has transcended borders, really.
No, I mean, certainly. They're, in a lot of ways, like the name of Europe, the team that kind of represents Europe when you think about it. But things have really shaken up recently. I mean, Na'Vi showing an incredible performance earlier today, upsetting over Dignitas.
Yeah.
We just saw, of course, Rocket advancing, who has had great results throughout the season. But Team Liquid, they have their own style. They're confident. It's a massive brand. And, you know, they have the potential to take this all the way for sure.
Yeah, they do. They do. Getting a little bit rocky before against Dignitas, but I mean, it's Dignitas. They've really soared to really strong heights as well. Fortunately for them, falling against Na'Vi in their previous games. But looking at how these lineups shape up here, I think that when I see Team Liquid's lineup, they have a really good, solid position where they have just comfort picks. I mean, looking at Uther, Jaina, Johanna, Tyrael is another one in there that Lucifron loves to end up playing from time to time. And then PiP, of course, you know, looking at their lineup, technically there's a lot of comfort picks there for them as well, and one of them just so happens to be Falstad.
That's kind of awesome, though. I mean, to have a hero that's so uncommon, like be one of your go-to heroes. He's quite powerful here on Cursed Hollow for sure.
Yeah.
But finding these new synergies in this event has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's the really cool thing about that synergy in particular on a map like this, is there's so many narrow chokes and pathways in between these lanes that if you do catch someone in Tomb, and it's likely because the map is structured in this way, then being able to push people away and get that guaranteed kill is nice. I suppose you can, in essence, have the Stormbolt come in from Muradin to try and start getting that engagement more in your favor to land the Entomb,
line it all up. Yeah. Another cool thing about Falstad, though, is even if they didn't want to go for that style, in the event that Team Liquid went for Lost Vikings, Falstad has that mobility to kind of handle that split soak that exists. So there's a lot of cool options that he provides for the team.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's actually some of the split experience soaking that we saw more so before Abathur really became prevalent way ago. But anyway, ladies and gents, we are going to be getting into game number 1 here. This is the elimination match of Group B, as we have PiP going up against TL with good old Pirates and Pyjamas versus Team Liquid. So let's jump into Cursed Hollow to begin this best of 3. And for Team Liquid, you know, this is not exactly the position that they want to be in. They expect more of themselves here. So they'll be looking to try and push on forward here against Pirates and Pyjamas. Yeah,
we actually had a request for a pause as soon as the game started, so a bit of a tech issue that we're going to get sorted out quickly here. But yeah, in Pirates and Pyjamas, definitely the black horse, right? The dark horse.
Yes.
I always miss that term up. That's what I'm good at, really just taking things and butchering the terminology. But anyways, so they got 5th place in the 3rd qualifier. They placed, I believe, top 16 in the 1st and 2nd qualifier. So they've shown some consistency, but definitely not like that name in Europe. So in a lot of ways, they approach this tournament, they have so much less weight on their shoulders, so much less like expectancy for them to perform. And that can help the team out in a lot of ways. They can just, what do they have to lose?
No, you're totally on the money with that, really. I mean, I was talking to Dignitas a little bit after one of their losses against Na'Vi, and they said that, PiP could actually, you know, rival Team Liquid here. Because Team Liquid is not looking as strong as they used to be, and PiP really showed some really strong games in their first series, despite losing out on that first series. But anyway, let's get into game number 1 here, Jake, between PiP and TL.
All right, well, on the blue side, that is, of course, Team Liquid Grand Paquete. Their support playing as Uther is going to be Black Scorp on Tyrael, Falcon going to be on Raynor. It's going to be Lucifron on Johanna, and Vortex rounding at the team as Jaina.
And then over to the right-hand side, of course, we have Shihu going to be playing on Leoric. And then up towards the top, we have Quacknix going to be playing on Falstad. We have Zypho playing Kael'thas. Superkid going to be playing on Muradin. And finally, Smexy Style on Rhaegar.
All right, well, the three-man push in the bottom lane, while Team Liquid was expecting to try to line up something cheeky. They're now going to have to throw down a few members here to soak this experience, and they don't miss a single minion.
Yeah, good move around there to be able to get all of that going on. And whilst all the other lanes shape up, there's not going to be much going on there at all. Quacknix might have a little bit of a difficult time against Blackscorp up towards the top if he's not careful, but he should be totally fine as long as he stays out of range of him.
Actually taking a lot of damage there very early in this game. I mean, Tyrael is quite a bully in lane.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be able to help out quite considerably. Even when he sees the Hammerang coming out, you can throw down the shield on these minions and they'll hardly take any damage. So it's quite a nice little synergizer against Quacknix up there.
All right, well, just looking at the talents, nothing really out of the ordinary. Falstad is going for power throw, so there's some cool synergies for auto attack styles if you want to go for that later in the game. And it is season marksman for Raynor, so this is a confidence play, but great clairvoyance, realizing that there might be a party bush set up.
That was funny. That was funny. It's rare we actually end up seeing small little plays like that, but they were trying for it. And as you said, that's a good read into it all. But for the most part, down towards the bottom, there's not really much movement going on at the moment. And just in case you're unfamiliar here with Cursed Hollow, the rules of Cursed Hollow are very easy. Tributes will spawn across the map. You collect 3 of them, you curse your opponent's buildings as well as minions. And once you're in that kind of position here on Cursed Hollow, very easy to start pushing those lanes.
Yeah, and the first tribute not too far away. We'll see that very soon, and that's why you see Team Liquid working on this first giant camp. They want to get some additional map presence in the event that the tribute spawns in the bottom portion of the map. It will either be the top center or the bottom center for the first tribute in each game.
All right, and they were just actually checking the hard camp there, actually, were Pirates in Pyjamas, making sure that that wasn't being done. And thankfully here for Team Liquid, this lines up great for them, taking the easy camp up towards the top, and the tribute being towards the bottom. It's a bit more annoying to clean up that easy camp there for PiP.
And this could persuade Falstad to kind of hang around at the top lane for a little bit longer than normal and then fly down to the bottom. But Tyrael even opting to stay there in the top, providing some presence there to match the soak there on the side of PiP.
Not doing too badly, just trying to delay this out for a moment here. Good shield glare from Luxifron. Will be able to connect with their...
Wow, Vortex took a lot of damage there.
Yeah, he did. He's going to have to back on half.
Okay, Raynor starting to poke in, looking around the top side, trying to find his position, but you know, they do have the peel, but once again, shield glare able to penetrate the defenses and stall out that tribute.
All right, well, there's Flame Strike in towards Luxifron. Still taking quite a lot of damage. They're doing a good job of being able to zone them out, and eventually they will wrestle that away. But noticeably, you know, that easy camp still wasn't that easy to actually clean up itself up towards the top. So it got rid of a lot of the ammo up there, at least. And Blackscorp's doing really well in that top lane.
Yeah, that's a great start here in this game for Team Liquid. Like, sure, they gave up a tribute in the end, but they stalled it out for long enough to buy that time. And Raynor was doing a great job soaking the middle lane, which has netted them a small experience lead.
I'm going to take the hard camp over towards the left-hand side here between Vortex and Grand Paquette. And even Luxifron coming back to help on out there, realizing he's not really missing out on any experience down towards the bottom. So even him just moving up there, it's almost like a securing position. It's like just in case they were trying to slip on through, instead of going towards the easy camp, he would be there for the defense.
A really intelligent play here on both sides. Level 7 for both teams has been reached. They're going to, you know, flesh out some more of those talents. I'm actually really enjoying this Raynor build. Picking up Rev Overdrive as well as the Focus Attack and Season Marksman, he is going to be an extra mobile damage-dealing machine.
Yeah, especially with how clumped up these fights usually are. I mean, Revolution Overdrive is really going to help out the entire team, to be honest with you. And now we see another tribute spawning down towards the bottom here. I mean, the longer the game goes on, the happier Raynor is going to be, really.
Yeah, especially with Season Marksman. I mean, he's just going to continue to get empowered further and further in this game. But second tribute, getting in position right now. We see Super KG already channeling it. But we'll have to respond to this damage. Zypho gets so low in that last roll. Crossbolt from Vortex is there.
Very nicely done. Looks like Lucifron here, just trying to move on forwards momentarily again to push away Shiku. And he's not really going to be able to stick around anytime soon. So Smex's style likewise has to disperse on away. Super Cage, meanwhile, is just sitting around down towards the bottom. So yeah, as much as they gave away that tribute, they've still done a really good job of having presence in all of the lanes and getting themselves some experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's dead even, really, when it comes to the experience right now. Even with the pressure that's been put on into the top lane, Black Scorp actually getting quite low now. We see just the power of that Vamp Assault on Quacknix.
Yeah, it's doing all right. It's doing all right. It's not something that you see too often, though, to be honest, right? Vampiric Assault coming
It seems
out.
to be his style. He played it earlier today as well.
Yeah, he really, really likes it. It's kind of this mixture of, along with, Secret Weapon and Vampiric Assault, just this kind of amalgamation of a build that he is so comfortable with, but you very rarely see anywhere else.
Look at this, stalling out this Bruiser Camp. Zypho is thinking about it, and yes, will end up stepping on that point. Level 10 will be reached first on the side of Team Liquid, but it's not too far behind here for the boys in Pirates in Pyjamas.
And looks like Grand Paquette's positioning himself here to try and start getting things going. But level 10, as you say, with that coming along now, there's not much they can do. They're going to have to just kind of support that hard camp through the mid. Get some guaranteed damage off where they can. And actually putting on some pressure towards these towers is nice. And it's a good job that, all in all, because the past 2 tributes were stalled out, this wasn't like a 3rd tribute going down for Team Liquid in that level 10 workout.
Yeah, it's a great point. And they do have level 10. They did a lot of damage here to the middle lane. We can see that fort has fallen completely. And both teams just kind of scrambling around, trying to maximize the damage from their mercenaries, even healing up that Siege Giant.
Oh, wow, nice. Really, really like that. And yeah, they're doing quite a lot up there. It looks like Shiku, though, goes in with the Drain Hook, tries to go in with the Entomb. It's not going to land, though. If they've been able to catch someone, that would have been almost a guaranteed kill.
Yeah, and it's the fact that they turned around, they ignored the Siege Giants to try to get the kill. Siege Giants actually took that fort down to half health, which is a nice big win on the side of Team Liquid.
All right, and let's see now. They're going to actually... No, not going to be taking any bosses anytime soon, as we have Black Scorp just going to be cleaning up top.
All right, so just thinking about the heroics right now, the synergies that exist is like if you do manage to land a big Entomb paired with Mighty Gust and Phoenix, I mean, that's going to be quite the wombo potential. But this could be curse point for Team Liquid, the 4th tribute of the game, setting up and the party push there, catching Leoric. Very low is he.
Yeah.
This kill will go off just before the Ancestral connects.
Very, very nicely done there. Quacknix is going to have to move on away as he was trying to come in from the backside, but not going to be able to do anything at all there. And we also see just a small stun on towards Super Cage, but that was already a great little pickup there for Team Liquid.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Just zoning, buying time, and the curse will be activated for Team Liquid, who are sitting up about half a level right now, and that advantage is going to start to propel forward even further.
Yeah, Black Scorp just going to have to back off here for a moment, as they're going to throw Eldraune's Might down towards the front here. But this siege up that they have is just fantastic. I mean, they've got Johanna up towards the top. Another Entomb misses here for them. Oh, no.
And that's the point where you're going to be shaking your head at yourself. That's going to be, you start doubting your play a little bit when you make those kind of mistakes because, Entomb, that's the setup. They're relying on that to make these big plays happen.
Yeah. If it doesn't hit that, they have no other real go-tos. I mean, yes, of course, they've got Avatar, they've got the Phoenix in there, but they're not the big playmakers, right? They're just kind of the sustained moves that they're going to try and bring out during these fights.
I think they should just use the Entomb maybe a little bit less predictably. They're kind of walking forward and using it. Find the flanks and find those big moments in which you can throw it down when Team Liquid's not expecting it. It'll have a lot more success in those scenarios. But Team Liquid up more than a level, starting on a boss, they're just trying to force a fight right now.
Yeah, one thing that they've got going for them is that if they did technically land the Entomb on towards Jaina, she doesn't have ice blocks, so she's not going to be easily to get out. But Super Cage here, just going to move slightly away from that engagement. Just wants to delay the fact that this boss isn't going to be taken. Shiku, though, he's already used Wraith Walk, so this is going to be bad.
I mean, a nice attempt to defend with the Entomb there, but not going to be successful in doing so. And a beautiful pickup there, taking out Leoric. This opens up a huge opportunity for Team Liquid to just knock down this wall, blow up that wave of minions, and really propel their lead even further forward.
Yep, they're doing a lot of siege damage at the moment, and as you say, really getting a strong, strong lead. I'm trying to look at who else they could really go for, and I mean, aside from trapping in someone like a Johanna, the problem is that once they do trap someone, if Uther is really on point about getting the Divine Shield down on someone with Entomb, he could even be pushed away after the Divine Shield hits on that person. Yeah. So it's a really sketchy, aggressive move here by Pirates in Pyjamas that I'm worried it's never really going to work in this game.
Well, this is a situation where more aggressive plays are being made, attempting to start the boss. Actually does end up forcing Raynor and Uther off this camp, but they do turn around when they realize that Tiro scouts out that they've backed away from the boss.
I like how Black Scorp at this moment is just like a scouting drone. He's just going to sit there for quite a while, making sure that that boss is not going to be done, whilst the rest of his team just move on away from that location.
Yeah, they've already shown they want to try to take it. Just make sure they don't do it. Both teams have picked up a single mercenary camp. Team Liquid, of course, now have a few more available for them. Going to go for these bruisers.
Wow, you can even see the fear a little bit in Pirates in Pyjamas.
Yeah.
Spell shield on the Ark of Muradin?
It's a single, I mean, Raynor is an auto attack hero. So they're really just responding with Spell Shield because they're afraid of the threat purely from Jaina.
Yeah, that's quite the statement. Quite the statement. But for now, we're going to see as Shiku just moving down towards mid lane here. They've already started themselves the boss. And this, if they could get this without Team Liquid doing anything, they could technically try and rotate around to the second one. Team Liquid is being preoccupied by Shiku here in the middle.
Yeah, and they have to suspect something is up, realizing it's probably happening right under their nose, just going to go for their own boss. But this is the perfect scenario here for Pirates in Pyjamas. They can not only pick up this boss, they can make their way down to the bottom lane where the tribute is waiting for them and potentially get here in time. It's going to be a close window. No, they will be a little bit late.
All right, well done there by them. And even if so, they're going to actually put on some pressure now. Quacknix trying to fly on down there to try and maybe get a flank off while that engagement was going down, but still giving away the tribute as well. Very, very difficult for them to really get in there. Supercage is going to go, though. He gets in there, manages to.
Oh, but a beautiful play by Black Scorp getting behind Kael'thas. Zypho taking a ton of damage. The Ancestral not connecting it. The excellent judgment was thrown out.
Very, very nice blow up there, and they were even going to be focusing down Ziku there. He was trying to Wraith Walk on out. Entomb to escape on out, but Black Scorp's still on chase. No, he's not. He's going to back on out. Doesn't want to get completely crushed here. But that being said, Drain Hope isn't that powerful because Spell Shield was taken at 13.
Yeah, it's very true. It's going to sustain through a lot of that damage, and so far, so good here. I mean, they're turning things around there. That looked like a situation where I thought Team Liquid would have a much bigger advantage than they currently do.
Hold your ground of fanaticism as well coming out here for the Johanna. Johanna has got so many great talent choices, and this one working out how it does just makes her all the more annoying to really deal with in these team fights. Just popping Iron Skin even early on in a fight, even if you're not too worried about being CC'd down, really takes a lot to actually chew through.
All right, well, both bosses working on these walls. We do see the Grave Golem will fall in Entomb, again connecting on Lucifron, but Divine Shield is here for the peel. Mighty Gust trying to separate this team. Dwarf Toss going in. Stormbolt isn't ready. No, it's going to be a huge Ancestral on Super KG.
Now the Divine Shield came out as we predicted it would with this kind of composition going up. Black Scorp taking quite a bit of damage at the front. They're going to take down that tower as well. Super Cage manages to Dwarf Toss on out of there, but Falcon during all of that did so much damage and went almost completely unhindered in that fight.
Yeah, beautiful play by Team Liquid. Just excellent rotations, nearly getting a few extra takedowns, but with Ancestral and Dwarf Toss, you know, only losing one hero during that defense, pretty well done, and now they have level 16.
Not too bad. Catching up in terms of those talents, getting themselves the Stone Form, getting Renewed Swing on in here after they took Ghastly Reach at level 7. Oh, and just barely don't grab that.
All right, well, that's a big win for Lucifron. Managed to pick that up. You know, Hearth back to base, refuel his tank in terms of mana and health. And Liquid, they're just playing very comfortably, very passively right now.
Yeah, they don't really need to press the issue a whole lot. I mean, they know they've done damage towards the bottom, and they've opened that up for later moves, which, you know, if they grab themselves a boss later on again, that'll be okay. They know that they've got such a level lead at the moment. If they stall it out to level 20, I mean, what's to stop them actually getting really big damage done to those keeps?
Now ZQ has actually been waiting in this bush. Like, this is his favorite bush for quite a while.
He likes the bush. Yeah.
He likes the bush. Hanging out here, and the rotation from Tempo Storm is finally, Team Liquid is finally happening as soon as they decide to leave the bush.
And for now, I mean, they have to. With these 2 tributes available here to Team Liquid, just this one extra will mean a curse.
Oh my goodness, that Holy Ground is excellent. We're going to see Ziku Wraith walk through that, but that's the power of Tyrael late game.
I don't think they could get to Grand Paquette. All of that zoning out means that they can't get to him at all. There's the Entomb once again. Divine Shield's been thrown down. I don't even think they needed that because it's Black Scorp. He could have Eldruin's Might and out of there. But regardless, they haven't got what they need to do. Quacknix is going to be judgmented. He will end up falling. And it looks like Shiku's going to have to Wraith walking out there. Super Cage taking big damage there from the Reyna. There's actually a lot of chain bombs going on throughout that fight.
Yeah, and Super Cage manages to get out of there, but Ziku not going to be quite as lucky at this rate. Yes, Druin's Might gets the kill, and now we see Smexy Style in full retreat. Zypho not going to be quite as lucky. We see the Hearth attempted back here.
What a place to base on out there, and they will be able to get away. But the Curse has been doing so much damage already. They're going to lose top keep from the wave as well as the easy camp, and big damage is going to be done towards middle keep as well.
Yeah, they've got a big window here in which they can try to eliminate this keep. Bottom lane is being sustained by the mercenary camp of Pirates and Pyjamas, but the damage is done, Caleres.
Yeah, this is pretty difficult for them to deal with at the moment. As much as they're equal in terms of talents, there goes the Entomb once again. I don't even think it's going to matter at the moment. They don't have the damage to follow it up. Kael'thas is not here with them. They're going to end up losing another keep.
And level 20 is reached with the takedown of that structure.
Very, very nicely done. Overall, now we see Redemption, Nexus Frenzy, Blink, Indestructible, and Hardened Shield coming in for Team Liquid. And yeah, they got themselves a consolation fort down towards the bottom.
Hey, it helps.
I guess so.
Every bit of experience counts at this point when you're trying to catch up for those level 20 Storm talents. Once again, Blackscorp hanging out in his favorite bush, being a big ward.
Yeah, does what he can up there. You know, a lovely purple ward, and it's almost exactly the same scenario. He was up there as the hard count was being taken once again. But Super Cage now, Holy Ground locks him in there.
Goodness, but a beautiful Mighty Gust.
Yeah, that was a really nice disengage.
Okay, well, both teams just kind of posturing around the boss, realizing that's the big point of contention until the tributes resume spawning.
And they're actually just going to take it on right now, knowing that they have the level 20 advantage.
Yeah, they're just trying to force the situation, force the fight here, and without Druin's Might, they can set up really great situations. So yeah, there it is, a beautiful Holy Ground thrown out, judgmenting over the wall onto Falsehead, but he does manage to use Barrel Wall just before it goes off.
I'm not sure that's going to really work out here for Backscorp up towards the top. There's the Ancestral Healing. They're trying to keep Super Cage as well as Juko alive, but it's not going to work out at all. Boss is being taken away from them. They committed everything to trying to steal that boss, but Pirates and Pyjamas is going to pay for it.
That could be lights out, Caleres. The keep's already down up here. 5 members versus 2. Team Liquid looking to take the first game of the series.
Very difficult to delay them. Mighty Gust, it can try, but I'm afraid here at this point, Quacknix, it's not enough. This is going to be very, very difficult to stop. There's 20 seconds, 30 seconds left on the members here of Pirates and Pyjamas going up against Team Liquid. And this is the kind of match we're used to seeing from Team Liquid in dominating fashion.
Yeah, really strong play. Just everything about it was safe rotations, intelligent, orchestrated decisions by the team, and a decisive 12-0 kill game for Team Liquid in game number 1 in Cursed Hollow.
Very well done by them there to be able to take that victory.